judge. You need to have the legal experience, but you also need to have life experience so that you understand.
Right.
Now, if someone comes in front of you 2 or 3 times for the same thing, at some point they're not really getting it, and it might take another conversation. But yeah, it's going to be a case by case. It can't be cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Of course, we have to follow the laws.
Yeah, exactly, and that's all within constraints. And I started saying unfortunately, but truthfully, fortunately, judges don't make the law, or they shouldn't. Although we see some in certain areas that are trying to legislate it, you know. But that's not happening, I think, at the level that you're at. Now, what kind of cases will you try if you're elected? Will it be mostly criminal cases? Or?
It'd be misdemeanor court, batteries, DUI, driving while license suspended. It could be tenant landlord, primarily driving offenses, and misdemeanors.
Okay. And once, if you're successful in your candidacy and all that, is this something you want to do for? And this may be an unfair question. Is something you want to do for 12, 20 years, or for a period of time? And
that's really, I want to leave that up to the people, but I want to do the best job I can. I am not 20-something out of law school, so I do have limited number of years that I can be a judge. But yeah, I want to try it, and I do a good job, and the people still want me, and possibly I will try to run again.
Before we came on air, I asked her. I said, "Now I've asked the other candidates, the 2 I've had on. Are you someone like Scalia or someone like Ginsburg? In other words, are you originalists where you look at the law as it's written and intended by the founders as your perception, or someone that has maybe a little bit more loosey-goosey interpretation of it?" So I won't pigeonhole you on those 2 guys or 2 individuals. One's not a guy. How can I think that? But anyway, are you more looking at the law as it's written, or are you the type that would say, well, I think the intent is this? Will you try to discern that?
I definitely believe in the Constitution. I want to follow the Constitution and the law. And yes, I'm going to follow what the law reads. The law is about interpretation, but I'm going to follow the law what the Constitution is.
But as a judge, you have some latitude in deciding the severity of the sentence and that sort of thing,
right.
and working with people to try to make sure the law is followed and the punishment is meted out as fair and just.
And I'll do that. Again, I think it comes back to looking at each case individually, looking at their history, their past, to determine, the severity, whether this is, a one-time thing, whether this is something they've done over, more than once.
Now, in the 7 or 8 minutes we got left, I want to make sure I get this in, because I've failed to do this a couple times. I feel really bad. Oh, I got 6 minutes.